Wow, 25 years. That makes me feel very, very old. Hello, troopers, and welcome back to General Kenobis Bunker. Today, we are going to be unboxing Micro Galaxy Squadron Target exclusive 25-year anniversary of Episode 1 Naboo Starfighter. Let's get to it. Okay, before we bust this open, I do want to show some appreciation to the label of the 25th anniversary Episode 1 The Phantom Menace. I think they did actually a really good job with the art. If you notice, you have a tiny Darth Maul and Obi-Wan fighting. They even colored the sabers, and you can actually see the Phantom Menace title in there. So they cram a lot of information in a tiny little label. I kind of like it a lot. I wish more of the Hasbro merch would have adopted something like this, across the brands. But anyway, I'm glad that Micro Galaxy Squadron did it. Okay, so here we are looking at the packaging, and I love that Micro Galaxy Squadron is finally showing the prequel some love, especially the very first one, right? Episode 1 is turning 25 years old this year, which is nuts. Say what you will about the film, but this design of ship was very elegant, very original, and definitely something that we had not really seen in Star Wars, right? The Naboo fighters and the Naboo Royal ship are still one of my favorite ship designs to come out of all of the prequel era. But again, we're not here for the packaging, so let's get right to it. Okay, so here it is out of the packaging in the tray. Since this is actually a fairly long fighter, it does require some assembly this time around. Here it is outside of the packaging. The tail portion just snaps right in, and it's a slick looking ship. Of course, we get Anakin Skywalker from episode 1 along with R2-D2. Again, this R2-D2 has a great mold. I just kind of wish they would spend a little bit more paint on it. Anakin actually looks pretty detailed from what I can see, but we'll take a closer look in a minute. Let's look at the ship for now. Great looking ship, of course. The details on it look great. Do remember that these ships didn't see much action, right, in the film, so there's not a whole lot of details in terms of like scuffing and carbon scoring that was actually present. So this might look too clean to some people, but I think it actually goes well with the look that they actually had on the movie. If you remember, again, these were used more for like ceremonies and like parades, not so much for like actual dogfighting. So just keep that in mind. So check out little Annie. This figure actually looks great. It has a great level of detail, and I think they did really good actually with the paint, including his helmet. So the details are definitely there, down to the pockets on his belt, which is great. Now, standard articulation for the figure, basically the arms fold up and the legs as well, so he can sit on that cockpit. But I'm actually pretty impressed with the level of detail they managed to put into these little figures. Okay, with R2-D2, I'm less so impressed. Again, the mold is great, all of the details are there. I wish the camera would pick it up a little bit better. It's just the paint doesn't really help it. I think even with just like a wash, this guy would look amazing. Look at all of that. Look at all the panels it already has molded in. Like I said, it's just up to the paint to bring it out a little bit better. Solid figure, of course, no articulation. This is basically just going to be inserted into the droid cockpit. Let's take a closer look at the inside of the cockpit, because again, look at all of the amount of details that's on it. All of the controls, the seat has the panels on the back. It's pretty impressive the amount of details they actually cram into such a small space. Also, for the droid landing, it actually follows the design of the movie, and R2 actually comes in from the bottom just like it did again in episode 1. So let's put him in. Okay, one little detail I forgot to mention is that R2 will go in sideways, because I almost tried to put him the right way, facing forward, and I almost broke it. So close down this, and there you have it. Pilot and co-pilot are in there, looking great. Again, the level of detail on these is very impressive. Anakin looks great in there, and so does R2. What do you think? Alright troopers, so that is gonna do it for this unboxing. Please let me know what you think about this elegant Naboo Starfighter from Micro Galaxy Squadron. I'm overall very happy with this. I think it's a very worthy entry into the collection, especially because they're finally showing love to episode 1. Again, 25 years, still can't believe it. But this is one of my favorite designs, of course, and we definitely have seen it pop up again, especially in Mandalorian, which I thought was a nice surprise. But again, let me know down in the comments if you are collecting all of the episode 1 collection for Micro Galaxy Squadron. And if you're doing it at full price, I actually paid full price for this one, believe it or not. But most of us, I think, are playing the long game on Micro Galaxy Squadron, because we have seen them go down, to clearance or discounts, and some of them are starting to pop up in discount stores such as Ross or Burlington. So let me know how you're playing it for your collection, and if you're trying to, save a little bit of money by waiting a little bit more. Also, I would greatly appreciate it if you leave us your like on this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much if you already have. Please share the content with people you think would enjoy it. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified when we drop a new video, when we go live, and when we make a community post. Thanks again. And now, let's try spinning. That's a good trick.